And welcome back to Noon Edition. Lieutenant Alec Coil of the State Highway Patrol is with us this afternoon. Some surprising statistics. I kind of was looking at the information that you sent to me, and I made some graphics on these. We'll take a look at the first one. But vehicle defects contribute to over 10,000 crashes from 2018 to 2022. Hard to believe that something so simple can be so atrociously bad.
And what you're looking at there is a large percentage of those are things like tire blowouts, braking issues, brakes failed, maybe something that's not as obvious as a blowout or something. It would be like turn signals weren't working, so somebody couldn't see that this person was turning, and that's the actual root cause of what happened. So a lot of things involved with vehicle defects.
Yeah, and braking seems to be a big part of that.
Yeah, and if you're going to be, using your car, you want to make sure that you have good brakes, you have good lights, all your lights are working, and that your tires are good and have good tread on them. But with the brakes, it's a little trickier because, you're probably not a mechanic. Most people aren't, I'm not. And so how do you know if your brakes are bad? And it's your car, so you might notice it's not slowing as fast as it used to. That could be a good indication. Or if when you go to talk to the mechanic, they may recommend that you get new brakes. You may start to hear the squeal from your pads starting to wear out. All of those things. Just kind of have to pay attention to those things to know that it's probably time to get those brakes replaced.
I know there's a technical term for it, and you're going to know it immediately, but roadside stops where you guys pull vehicles over and just give them an inspection. They used to be really big 40, 45 years ago because my mom always seemed to get caught in those. Is that something you guys still do?
Sure, we still do them. We have a civilian staff that mostly is dedicated to that, but every trooper can still do it. Folks can still go to the post and get their car inspected. We still give out the sticker in the corner of the windshield with the date stamped on it. And we still do that. So if that's something that people are interested in, they can go to the post and have that done.
Is that something they need an appointment for, or can they just drive in and do that?
Yeah, I would call before you come just to make sure that somebody's there or that somebody can be pulled away from wherever they're at to come there to do it.
Okay. We just saw on the news where ODOT is about ready to start its big orange barrel season. I'm sure this is a time of the year once the construction starts to hit that you really need people to pay attention because those orange barrels mean something to us.
Yeah, move over, slow down is the big thing. This was put into law basically to where it used to be more for law enforcement or emergency personnel, but now it covers anybody that has anything to do with being on the road for legal reason with these flashing lights. So ODOT or the county engineers, if you see their vehicles out there, or ours, or EMS, or fire, then you want to move over, slow down, and think of the barrels in the same way where there's something going on up there and it could create a situation where traffic's backed up or you have to pay extra attention because, there's probably people out walking around with any of those scenarios.
I know I have a son who's a state trooper and I have a son who works for ODOT, so it fears me because people just don't slow down and don't pay attention and they don't get over.
Sure, and you got to think of it like, you're going to get to where you're going, and really this is only a really short period that you're going through these types of things like a construction zone, and so you'll be through it before you know it, and just slow down so you can watch out for everybody, for these workers. That way everybody gets home safe.
Lieutenant, thank you so much for taking the time. We always appreciate you coming in, and we'll be back with a look at medical as Noon Edition continues.